Nigri ni Bawanzo. Woe is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man, Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means go with us. Matthew 1:23, in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the gods, Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue, Kunta Kinte, Amani Kutoka, you peace from above. How you doing? Blacks TV, the New Testament of Emmanuel, reading from the Book of Life. Uganda Jipya, ya, excuse me, the Book of Life, Kitabucha Uzima, reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel, Agano Jipya, ya, Emmanuel, reading from the Epistole of Paul, the Apostole to the RoMans, chapter 1. Paul, a bondservant of Emmanuel, called to be an apostole, separated to the gospel of God of Gods, which he promised before through his prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning his begotten Son, Emmanuel, our teacher, who was born of the seed of David according to the flesh, and declared to be the begotten Son of God of gold, with power according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead. Through him we have received grace and apostolate for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name, among whom you also are the call of Emmanuel. To all who are in Rome, beloved of God of gods, called to be saints, grace to you and peace from God of gold, our Father and the teacher, Emmanuel. First, I thank my God of gods through Emmanuel for you all, that your faith is spoken of throughout the whole world. For God of gold is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his begotten Son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always in my prayers, making requests if by some means now at last I may find a way in the will of God of gold to come to you. For I long to see you, that I may impart to you some spiritual gift, so that you may be established. That is, that I may be encouraged together with you by the mutual faith, but both of you and me. Now I do not want you to be unaware, brethren, that I often planned to come to you, but was hindered until now, that I might have some fruit among you also, just as among the other Gentiles. I am a debtor both to Gentiles and to barbarians, both to wise and to unwise. So, as much as in me, I am ready to teach the gospel to you who are in Rome also. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Emmanuel, for it is the power of God of God to salvation for everyone who believes, for you first, and also for the Gentiles. For in it the righteousness of God of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who suppress the truth in unrighteousness. Because what may be known of God of God is manifest in them, for God of God has shown it to them. Mm. For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because although they knew God of gods, they did not glorify him as God of gods, nor were thankful, but became futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Professing to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible God of gods into an image made like corruptible man, and birds, and four-footed animals, and creeping things. Therefore, God of gods also gave them up to uncleanness in the lust of their heart, to dishonor their bodies among themselves, who exchanged the truth of God of gods for the lie, and worship and serve their creature rather than their creator, who is blessed forever. Selah. For the reason God of gods gave them up to vile passions, for even their women exchanged the natural youth for what is against nature. Wow. Therefore also be the men, having the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust for one another, men with men committing what is shameful, woe, and receiving in themselves the penalty of their error, which was due. And even as they did not like to retain, did not like to retain God of gods in their knowledge, God of gods gave them over to a debased mind to do these things which are not fitting, being filled with all unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil mindedness. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God of gold, violent, proud, boasters, innovative, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful. When knowing the righteous judgment of God of gods, that those who practice such things are deserving of death, not only do the same, but also approve of those who practice them. Mm, interesting. This is amazing to me, man. for chapter 1, verse 26. For the reason God gave them up to vile passions, for even their women exchanged the natural use for what is against natural, for what is against nature. Them BBLs against nature. Gave up what is natural for what is against nature. Likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust for one another, men with men committing what is shameful. Does it not sound like 2025? Does that not sound like 2025? The women giving up, exchanging the natural use for what is against nature. Because the main thing that's against nature for the women is they is not supposed to be trying to lead. That goes against everything. That goes against everything. Their total existence is dependent upon helpmate getting in her natural place, which is behind man. He said so. He kept man to himself 130 years. Then he brought forth helpmate, who man Adam called woe man. Woe man. Woe man. Slow yourself down and notice your place is behind me because he said so. He's put you 130 years behind me. I did not say, get behind me. He said, helpmate, get behind man. But helpmate now think they equal to man because what? They doing what? For even the women exchange the natural use for what is against nature. One more time. One more time. And men laying up with men and justifying that. Backbiters, haters of God, undiscerning, untrustworthy, who knowing the righteous judgment of God, and still knowing the righteousness of God my bad, knowing the righteousness of gold, that's what they don't know. They ain't knowing about gold, but they will. One more time. Wow. Gold gave them up to uncleanliness. Verse 19, because what may be known of gold is manifest in them, for God has shown it to them. Everybody and their mama know about field polished gold. Everybody and their mama know what they supposed to do, but at the same time, as they look, bow their head and glorify Jesus, even though they can't even say Jesus. One more time. The Epistole of Paul, the apostole to the RoMans. And notice I didn't say nothing about Greek, because if you pay attention, 13, verse 13, that I might have some fruit among you also, just as among the other Gentiles. And then right after that, right there, turn right around and say, I am a debtor both to Greeks. Man, please. No way. Gentiles, because Greek is associated with mythology, because that's all Greek is. Gentiles is real. The Gentiles is real. One more time. Free your mind. Ask for Father, the kingdom of heaven is within. Pay attention, because this is coming from the book of life. This ain't coming from no preacher preaching. This is coming from me, the teacher, teaching. I'm emulating my big brother, Emmanuel. I am Emmanuel, because it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Matthew 1:23. Easy as what? 1, 2, 3. Matthew 1:23. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Matthew 1:23. That's it, and that's all. Everywhere you see Jesus, you look, you see Jesus, you think, you say Jesus, and you replace that with Emmanuel, because that's his begotten son. One more time. Acts of the Apostles 4:12. Nor is there salvation in any other, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. And that would be Immanuel. Emmanuel. Matthew 1, 2, 3. Trip C's, trip C's, trip C's. Cool, calm, collected. WWW, whole wide world. Needly, need, my mom's one. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name is God with us. Matthew 1:23, 1, 2, 3. In the name of Nigritia, the true first motherland, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the gods. Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, Kunta Kinte, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka you. Peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel, go with us.